we talk some college football? Perhaps things are a bit happier in Happy Valley tonight after Penn State fired head coach James Franklin. Franklin had been at Penn State for 12 years and still wasn't able to get the Nittany Lions over the hump. Yes, he did get to the college football playoff semifinals, but that was then. Now his squad was riding a 3-game slide, and after losing to UCLA and Northwestern, Penn State is the first team to lose consecutive games while favored in both by 20 points or more. But don't feel too bad for Franklin. The buyout clause in his contract gives him close to $50 million.
Whoa.
So it's a nice golden parachute for James
You
Franklin.
guys can buy me out.
Look, you know what? I'll tell him right now. Can he aim that parachute towards East Lansing? Because I would allow him to get with the Spartans.
I'm not sure he wants to aim that parachute near East Lansing.
Think about what we saw this week. We'll start with the Spartans right here. I mean, that was a performance that was just awful. Awful, John.
That was bad. I mean, that's coming off the loss in Nebraska. You coming home, homecoming. UCLA is playing a 9 a.m. game for them.
Right.
Coming off that huge win they had, so you figure maybe a letdown for them. And it was just, they lacked the same energy and emotion that UCLA showed up with. And it just showed up throughout the game. I mean, you just see it right there. Like, that's unacceptable.
Is this talent or coaching?
Both. It's got to be both, right? When you see, obviously the offensive line is kind of a disaster, but it's got to be partly coaching because the emotion, the energy, and the effort was not what you needed for a team this is a must-win game for them if they want to go to a bowl game and have a sort of any successful season here.
And Will, it doesn't look like there's any real impetus to get better on this team. I don't see any part of that team getting better, from quarterback to defensive back to O-line, D-line. I don't see it at all.
You probably see them getting worse. And it felt like it might have been a must-win game for Jonathan Smith, too. I mean, that is not a loss that you can excuse to this fan base, to the boosters of this university. That's a really bad look. And you talk about talent. This is not going to help bring in the kind of talent you need. In fact, there already are recruits who seem to be backing out of commitments to Michigan State, having seen this team play this year. And whether or not Jonathan Smith stays, we'll see. If he doesn't, the next coach clearly needs to have some ties to this area and some connections to the Big Ten, not from California, not from Washington. I'm talking Big Ten country who can recruit this
and a personality that's going to win over. I mean, this was already. It was a tough spot for Jonathan Smith because he definitely doesn't have the backing of some of the big money donors.
In the time left, let me get to Michigan, though. Okay, it looked like
another problem.
It looked like they got beat by a mirror image of themselves against USC because it was long drives, touchdown, long drive, touchdown, long drive, touchdown. They couldn't come back?
I think I was on here a couple weeks ago, and I said this Michigan team was looking like some of the great Harbaugh teams, the great pass rush and the great rushing attack. Well, when the pass rush is non-existent, as it was last night, this defense basically collapses because besides a couple players in the front seven, really the front four, there just aren't many playmakers on this defense, and they got exposed in a really bad way last night. And when you're giving up 49-yard runs on 3rd and 26, you kind of deserve to lose that game.
Yeah, no, they looked unprepared too, to be honest, especially defensively. I mean, Lincoln Riley just sort of ate Wink Martindale's lunch in this game, but they looked unprepared, and there was just we've seen that too many times in Sharon Moore's short.